No way. You've been playing in this Minecraft world for over 1700 days? That's crazy. You must have a ton of awesome stuff. Yeah, I do. Check this out. I've got tons of farms for infinite mob drops, wither skeleton skulls for beacons, villagers for all the enchantments I'll ever need, and even these wild illegal blocks. I've got an entire museum dedicated to glitched items that I've gathered. Oh my gosh! What does your base look like? My base? I can only imagine it's the coolest thing ever. You've probably got insane redstone machines and a really cool door. Is it all made of diamonds? Oh, I can't wait to see. Here it is. My base. What? This is a villager house. Wait, there's a hidden entrance, isn't there? Nope. I've never built a proper house. Huh? How can you call this a proper world if you don't even have a good place to sleep? Think about your longest running Minecraft world. How long did you play for? A week? A month? Maybe even a year? Why did you stop? What would that world look like if you were still playing on it today? Recently, the term Forever World has been popularized by various creators. It's the Minecraft world that you keep, and where you do everything and anything you've ever wanted. Welcome to my Forever World. The world that you've seen has been a staple of this channel since the beginning of 2022, over 3 years ago. I've dedicated this world to collecting illegal and impossible items in Minecraft. And while it has tons of crazy items and farms, if I want to turn this into a proper Forever World, well, you heard Steve at the beginning of this video. I need a proper place to sleep. So that is the goal for this video. I'm ready to design a house the likes of which I've never built before, with all the bells and whistles a forever house needs. Alright, so I think the first step in doing this is to show you more in depth what we're working with. So this is my base. It's just the village house I took over when I was originally getting this armor. This armor has every single protection enchantment on it. And that was the first thing I did in this world. And since then I've done many more things, such as acquiring this portal here. I've collected over 2 million pork chop with these pig spawners that were all obtained in survival. Every single one of these chests is full. And if we come down here, we can see the only thing I've ever actually decorated in this world. One illegal item I got was a pickaxe with sharpness 5. I got it when I acquired all of these other illegal items as well. But unfortunately, that sharpness 5 pickaxe was lost in lava because it wasn't netherite and I died. So I don't want to make that same mistake again, meaning the first thing I want to do is go netherite hunting. And as you can see by this waypoint right here, I've already marked a location. And you know, just for kicks and giggles, we're gonna go down to find it this way. I've been preparing for this moment for a while, and now let's see what we find. Sir, please. Sir, I'm in the middle of something. Gathering the netherite was not a problem, at least not until I lost it. Like literally, I lost the ancient debris that I had mined. You can see here I'm panicking to get back to the mining location to find out where I dropped it, but it is not there. I can only imagine that when I cleared my inventory before I left the nether, I must have dropped the ancient debris on the ground. Even worse, I wasn't recording, so I didn't know where I'd left it. This is probably the only time you're gonna watch somebody mine off camera and mysteriously lose the rare items instead of obtaining them. So I had to restart the mining, and this time, constantly make sure that I had the netherite in my inventory. Great, with that little side quest out of the way, we can finally start working on what you actually came here to see. The design for the copper tower. Alright, so I've done a lot of work on trying to design my base, and I think I've got something that I really like. You can see kind of a hint of it on the mini-map over there. Originally it was going to be this big, and then I decided to make it, a bit bigger, and we ended up with this. And I think this is really cool. Over here we have a 3x3 piston door, that I was just messing around with. Obviously, it wouldn't be oak in the actual build, but inside we have this. So this is a nice room where I think I could put a ton of things. Probably have a second floor here, maybe along the windows. And then up here we'd have 2 bubble columns, one for up and one for down. And we've got another space here that I can decorate. I'm not like a builder by nature, and it just took everything I had. Everything. Oh, I'm so tired. This roof, trying to get all 4 pieces to be symmetrical and evenly matched. Oh, it was such a pain. I had to go through layer by layer. But I mean, maybe that's just how building actually is. I don't know. I don't have a ton of experience, but I'm super happy with this. And I think this is exactly what we're going to construct in the actual world. So here we go into a creative copy of my survival world. I've pasted it in here using World Edit. And I think this is the perfect spot right in front of this house, because it's right nearby the display of all my illegal items and right over top of the villager trading hall, so I can easily make a connection there and we can expand this trading hall, because this is the second thing I want to revamp in this video. A lot of them have desynced from their workstations, the librarians are just loose, so getting that set up is definitely a priority. Now it was time to go gather the materials I would need. Like the name suggests, the copper tower needs copper, along with tough, deep slate, dark oak, and a couple more things. At first, I started off mining for copper ore. I dug out a large area before realizing that this was stupid and left. Where did I go? There was more copper in this one trial chamber than I would need to build 2 copper towers. Honestly, there's no reason to mine copper ore ever again. Also, there was a ton of tough bricks everywhere. Alrighty, so we've got the vast majority of the materials that we're gonna need. I went to a trial chamber and got a whole bunch of copper, went and mined a bunch of stone, and all that. Eventually, we are going to need a super smelter because smelting all of this copper was such a pain. I didn't really need it, but I wanted extra just in case. Got the dark oak we're gonna need, and so yeah, so we're pretty much set to start building. I have a vivid memory of talking during one of these recordings, but it seems as though my mic was muted, and I never noticed throughout the whole thing. Thankfully, the tower was coming along very nicely. The next step was to make the deep slate roof, but there was one problem. I needed cobbled deep slate, but this is regular deep slate, so I was going to have to remine all of these stacks of deep slate without Silk Touch. And that's like 700 blocks, so I procrastinated and decided I wanted to blow up this ugly mountain that had been bothering me for ages. That is much better. Alright, let's do a multiple choice quiz. Should I A, go mine the deep slate to finish the copper tower? B, go mine the deep slate to finish the copper tower? C, mine the deep slate to finish the copper tower? Or D, spend the next long time chasing villagers all around my trading hall to relink the workstations to my butcher villagers, and then expand and decorate the hall with deep slate tile, because that was the original design that I had chosen. Can you tell which one I did? And so that meant I had to mine the deep slate anyways to get that done. And you want to know how long it took me to convert all of that to cobbled deep slate? Like 3 minutes. It took no time at all. Let this be a lesson to you. If you're ever faced with a small, menial task that you're trying to procrastinate, just do it. It usually takes way less time than you think. Boom, wisdom from a Minecraft YouTuber. Didn't expect that when you clicked on this video, did ya? Okay, so I finished doing all of the deep slate and I built the roof. I kind of forgot that I was supposed to be making a video and I just kind of went for it, but it's done. And I think it looks pretty good. That block should not be there, hold on. Some of this is waxed and some of it isn't. We're gonna find out as time goes on, as some of it stays the same and then some of it changes. I'm okay with a little bit of oxidation, but if it starts turning green, then I might clean it up a little bit. And as you can see in here, I've done a bit of stuff. I've added in a giant sorting system. Most of this is not filled up. I gotta figure out things to sort. If you guys know of things to sort, let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can fit it in here. The next order of business could be to furnish this upstairs spot. I probably want to put an enchantment table, you know, crafting supplies, all of that up here. But also we have this second floor where I have a list of things that I've done and things that I need to do. Some of them make sense, you know, trading hall, super smelter, max out the mace. Some of them are also just fun, like getting a pet drowned. I'll explain that more once I do that. Redstone flying base would just be awesome. You know, sorting systems for the mob farms, tearing down the mountain, I gotta finish that. I want to netherite some of my other illegal items and tools. So this wall will be updated as the videos go on. We'll add things to it, cross things off the list, and keep going from there. So the next thing I want to do is figure out exactly where my villagers are. You can see that the trading hall lines up right here, and it comes down to the trading hall. Now the trading hall isn't finished. We have all of the butchers that buy the pork, but all of these librarians still need a spot. Oh, and we've hit a problem. Okay, this goes straight outside. Okay, we're absolutely gonna need to keep this blocked up while we do construction. Alrighty, it has been a minute, and as you can see, I have expanded the trading hall. These are supposed to be one in, so I'll have to do that eventually. And if we go outside, we see that right now it's just a kind of a box. I'll try and terraform this whole hillside here to make it look more natural. And then after that, we get to build the door. Additionally, I've started to move into this top section. Got my enchanting table, brewing stuff. So we're in the end game now. We've almost finished setting the foundation for our forever world. And wow, this is insane. Distant Horizons never ceases to amaze me. Just look at this. All right, let's get to work. Alright, well I think the terraforming could have gone a lot worse. If you look at it here, some of the grass is still growing in. Also my skin is weird. I have one of the default skins, I don't know why. I think it looks pretty decent. Look at that, you can't even tell. Finally, the last thing I wanted to build. The door. I've decided to use iron blocks just because I think that looks pretty good, but oh, look at that. Maybe I should put something else right here in the center. But opens and closes from both sides. I'll put a link to the video I found down in the description, but yes, it is fantastic. Well, let me sleep real quick and we will review everything we've done. All right, it is a brand new day in the forever world. We have our incredible tower, which is honestly the best base I've ever made, which maybe to some is a little bit sad, and you're probably right, but I really like it. As the first really nice base I've made, I think it's pretty good. Oh, the stupid skin. I don't know why I don't have my real skin. We've got the updated trading hall with all of our pork villagers to trade us infinite emeralds. All of our librarians over here. Everybody labeled. This is a zombie villager. We'll cure him in the next video. And wow, we can look back to this small little room, which I think I'm gonna keep just as like a memoriam to where we started, because it's got my nether portal here anyways. I am very pleased with all the progress we've made in this video. I think we have set some very, very stable foundations for this world going into the future. If you have any ideas for what you want me to do, I will add them to this list and we will do them. Let me know in the comments below. I wish I had my actual skin. If you're interested, you can check out all my previous videos to know exactly how I got to the spot that I'm in, and I will see you in the next video.